Whatever.
He's a Malcave. You don't have to know where he went.
That's
And
right.
I will be stepping out in a few minutes.
Right, I remember. Okay. Morning comes on Wednesday, April 8th, 1998. Morning comes at 6:29 in the morning. Woo!
As
And
opposed to morning coming in the afternoon.
indeed. Thank God. And the sun is up for nearly 13 hours. 12 hours, 59 minutes, and 27 seconds to be precise, which none of you are, because none of you have that insanity.
If I was a Malkavian, I'd have him be OCD about time.
But,
Just saying.
but eventually, as all things must do, it ends. The sun collapses into nothing now. The sun sets at 7:28 p.m. and 4 hours later, roughly 11:30 p.m., the four of you, or I suppose 3 of you right now, awaken, losing a point of blood in the process, except for Marcus, who has misplaced another point of blood. So he has lost 2.
Shit happens.
Indeed. Byron, Marcus, what would you two like to do today?
Because apparently we're going to be the only ones here.
Wow. Well, I guess first thing, Byron will, as he does, check the news, newspaper. I guess he's getting one. He's stealing it from a neighbor. Got to be, because he hasn't got a newspaper yet. He'll check the newspaper.
The news is roughly the same old, same old. You have, of course, your political drama crap brewing about Cliff Benton, but the trial for that hasn't started yet.
Did the Knickerbockers win?
They haven't played a game this night.
Oh. Damn it.
Crimes being, theft, carjacking, murders. Doesn't look like anything of particular noteworthiness has happened here, local or nationally and internationally. Just, continuing to recover from that freak blizzard that hit the eastern seaboard. Marcus?
I think Marcus is going to try to figure a way to get this whole blood spending in check, but he doesn't know how. He doesn't even know who to ask. I don't think he's told anyone in the coterie about it.
Nope.
But it's kind of a bad thing.
He hasn't told anyone. Nor has he told anyone about those phantom heartbeat pulses he gets in his chest.
Nope. And really, I don't know. My mind is like, you should tell Tremere. I'm like, one part was like, yeah, that'd be a good idea, and the other part's like, no, that would be the wrong idea.
And what about all those times where Marcus's limbs apparently became like bramblified and then broke off from the rest of his body?
I think I'm gonna go with the passant room, because if there's one person Marcus trusts among the Tremere, it's at least Genie, because he's not a dick.
But he's a Tremere, he has to be a dick, right?
He's going to be a dick, but he's not.
He's going to be
biggest.
a dick in the friendliest way possible.
Yeah, he's gonna be a friendly dick. He could still be a dick.
And I mean, that's the kind of dick you want in your life.
Yeah, but Marcus is gonna be his way to the Maupassant room today.
All right. Where's Byron going to be heading after he does his normal nightly routine of observing the news?
I guess what he'll do is he'll go out and find some pretty person and feed first while waiting. Maybe someone will give him a phone call, which personally I'm pretty sure he will get. And after he does that, I guess he will give Valentine a call. If he doesn't hear from anyone by about, say, midnight 30 or so.
Okay. That'll give him enough time to hunt. Go ahead and make that roll now. Wit plus Doritos? No.
Wits plus streetwise. That's
Yeah, wits plus streetwise a difficulty 3. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. And Marcus heads to the social chantry, the Maupassant room, where almost all dealings the Tremere have with other clans are conducted. Of course, its regent is the casually dressed Eugenio Estevez. Of course, now Marcus would know this. Practically every Tremere that he's seen, at least in like any sort of like official standing, particularly those who were involved with the Battle of New York, have like severe suits on, very meticulously dressed professionally. They certainly haven't had this, laid-back, charismatic, affable demeanor like Genie has.
Yeah, that's all part of the reason why Marcus sort of likes him. He's not wearing a suit the entire time. I don't feel underdressed around him.
No, and he's not even being subtle about it. My God, he looks so amazing.
Just so you know, Sean posted in the Skype chat.
Oh.
Okay. He has to fix his hits.
Alright. Well, that's good. I didn't know, because I'm set to do not disturb.
You're set to D&D?
D&D, yes. Well, Marcus arrives at the Maupassant room without incident, walking into the building as I described it to you ever so long ago. You find the woman who you were familiar with, who mans the desk, sort of nicely dressed in a secretarial role, looks up at you and gives a friendly, congenial smile. Ah, hello. Marcus, was it?
Yes, it is.
What brings you here?
I was hoping to have a conversation with Mr. Estevez.
Do you have an appointment with Genie?
No, I thought this would be more of a social, and see if he could, it's just mostly a social call.
One moment. And she actually picks up the phone in front of you and, presses a button. Hi, Genie. Yes, we have a, Marcus Paulson who's apparently here to see you. Sans appointment, I know, but interested in making a social call. Uh-huh. Oh, is that right? All right, I'll let him know. She hangs up the phone. He'll be down to see you shortly.
All right, thank you. Sean is in the main room.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel.
Well, welcome back, Sean.
Sorry about that. My internet went down.
That's fine.
Happens.
While you were gone, basically, you were just doing, like, classroom work and stuff. The night ended. It's now a new night. I subtracted a point of blood for you. And currently I had Joseph just doing, like, church stuff, not making contact with anyone until you got back.
He needs his alone time sometimes.
Indeed.
Isn't that alone time going crazy in your panic room?
That's not what we call it. We call it alone time.
Alright.
Okay.
Well, eventually, 7 minutes do end up passing, but Genie does come out of the elevator as sharply dressed in his muscle, tight muscle t-shirt and, his blue jeans and sneakers as he possibly can be. Neatly trimmed mustache, short black hair, and brown eyes. He looks at Marcus appraisingly. Ah, yes. Come with me.
Marcus will follow.
And he leads you back to the same room on the ground floor, where you all ended up discussing things. The office that you relocated to whenever he learned about Joseph's acrophobia. Please, please, have a seat. This is a social call, is it? But what's this all about?
Yeah. I just have a few... Just a talk, mostly.
All right, is this something I need to be taking notes for?
Not really. The first things first, I am just wanted to say thank you for helping us deal with the thing down below.
No. Thank you for helping us deal with that thing down below.
It is gone, right?
He nods. Yes, very much so. I was not at that particular front when Sevalod met his end, but friends tell me it was quite the affair. Yeah, it looks pretty grim whenever speaking about this, although there's a slight smile on Jeannie's face, and as Marcus can imagine, the whole ordeal might have been quite stressful.
Either way, moving past that, I have a slight personal problem, and I was wondering if you had any advice for it. I couldn't think of anyone else to ask, really.
A slight personal problem? He quirks his head to the side. Well, I can't really advise you on it if I don't know anything about it.
Well, some nights I just seemingly, how to put this, expend vitae randomly for no apparent reason. This is not something I'm really proud of, and it's seemingly happened ever since.
Ever since...
I don't remember, and can't remember after 5, we've actually told him we fought Frosty the Snowfucker.
Oh, you spilled the beans entirely with Aaron. Yeah.
Okay. I see you've been doing this on some nights ever since we fought and defeated the flesh-crafted snowman abomination.
I see. And you don't know what happens to anything inside you? You just suddenly feel hungrier? Do you know when this occurs? Any sort of affairs or conditions of it?
It just seemingly happens at random. I'm out partying at a club, and then suddenly I feel stronger and hungrier for no reason. Some nights I feel more alacritous for no reason when I'm walking back to my haven.
Oh shit, alacritous, nice!
Some days, some nights, some days, some mornings I wake up feeling like feeling much more hungrier than normal. Worse.
And this has been going on since you fought that flesh-crafted abomination you and your friend David Green mentioned to me.
Yes.
I see. What else has accompanied this? Any other changes?
Has any other changes accompanied it, Grimith? It's just mostly been the disassociative blood spending. Oh no, well, I've been having these somewhat recurring nightmares of parts of me becoming branches and brambles like that fucking flesh-crafted thing.
Huh. Interesting.
There's also what feels like a heartbeat coming out of my chest, but I can't have a heartbeat because I'm dead. I mean, I think we told him the stone, right? Yeah, we told him about the stone. Okay, we spilled the beans.
Not to mention that, of course, you exposed yourself to being, having, forgetful mind placed on your ass, and he pried into your head.
Yeah, I understand. So he knows basically, I'm not spilling anything that he doesn't already know.
Except for everything that you've come to him with.
Yeah. Well, these are that at the time I didn't really fully understand. And that's really just it. Dreams, a supposed heartbeat, and loss of blood some randomly at nights.
Marcus, give me a perception plus subterfuge. Roll of 6.
Difficulty of 6?
Yeah, difficulty 6.
Well, two
That's 2
successes.
successes. There is a change in the features of Eugenio. You know, he's had that grim outlook and expression, but, you know, friendly, affable enough. He projects, you know, a demeanor. However, there's this hesitation, a twitch, as you're sort of mentioning the symptoms and conditions to him. And he scrutinizes you far more. You know, the brows sort of furrow, and he looks at you sort of like Marcus with his imaginative mind and his aspects gets a sensation as if he's being analyzed like if he was laying on some sort of examiner's table and an autopsy was going to be performed on him. Genie says, "This sounds like it relates to that curious black rock you and your friends had told me of. This item that had ended up in the hands of the sheriff."
That's what I would as well.
Genie pauses and says, "It might do to look into your mind a bit. This whole curious blood-spending thing you have might seem to be some sort of subconscious desire, perhaps a reactioning of your nightmares, or perhaps your body feels it needs to regenerate these limbs that are somehow turning into branches and brambles and being lost. If you would like, and I imagine you would as you've come here for my help, I can see if I can fix the problem for you."
I don't know. No, I don't think Marcus would allow after seeing that change in his face. I don't think Marcus really would do that right now. I was just wondering if you knew anything about it. Right now, it's very nice of you to offer to fix it for me, but I just don't know if I want you to go poking around my head again.
Eugenio lifts a brow. "Aye, you did end up thanking me for the first time, if memory serves."
True.
"But if you have a problem with me offering to help you," "I understand. It would seem as if the condition is psychological in nature, however, and you're going to perhaps need some help working through the issues stemming from this, you awakening from torpor, coughing out an ink-black rock that apparently bleeds around injured vampires."
I'll look into it more, and if I decide to truly get rid of it, you'll be the first one to contact. I'm going to see if I can deal with it myself for now.
Genio nods. "Very well. Was there anything else you came by for, Marcus?" He smiles.
Just wondering how the campaign for the Princedom is going on.
"Are you
I've heard
offering any support?"
I don't know how much weight my voice would be worth, anyways.
"Nonsense. You and your friends there have garnered quite a name for yourselves in Astoria, apparently even earning the esteemed approval of Archon's Theo Bell himself. It seems that whatever you've done as of late has truly attracted quite some attention. Besides, you four have survived quite admirably over these past months, and why, You even control an entire neighborhood just to yourselves. And after the Sabbat, and after encountering Sevalod, and after that curious snowman-esque creature, you've established yourselves as capable individuals. Come to think of that, I have a question of my own, Marcus.
Yes.
You would not have happened to have, and at this point the face sort of twitches again and the brows furrow, and the eyes become quite cold as they stare at Marcus. You would not have happened to have heard or known anything about that black artifact. You hadn't seen it or discussed it with anyone since the sheriff took it?
So what role am I going to do to lie to this guy?
That is going to be a manipulation plus subterfuge. It'll be resisted, so it'll be difficulty 6. But first, whatever you're going to tell him.
I don't know if I can lie to him. Well, I gotta try it. Well, no. Do I lie? Do I lie? Do I lie to someone I like?
No one help him on this one. This is up to him.
Marcus will try to lie to him, saying that they've talked about the Rock. They've talked about the Rock in recent times, but they have not had they've not had any, contact with it recently.
Okay, go ahead and make your roll then.
That's not a botch. That is not a botch.
Genie
Why did I
nods.
fail any-
Genie nods. All right then. Just the scrutiny sort of lifts a bit. All right, I was just curious. If you ever do hear anything about it, we were unable to locate the item whenever we assaulted Sevalod, and we are quite interested in such a device. Should it happen to turn up, I can make it worth your while, Marcus. He smiles.
I'm sure you could, Eugenie. But again, I don't know where it is right now. If you guys didn't find it during the assault, I have no idea where it is.
He reaches into his pocket, pulls out a card with a person, and says, "This is a personal number. If some information ever does pop by, or you wish to talk further about your traumatic experiences, please do call and let me know."
Marcus will number and say, I'll be sure to do that. It was nice talking to you, Mr. Estevez.
Of course.
And good luck. And good luck in your campaign.
Have a good night, Marcus. The
Run away fast.
Oh, you outright run out of the building?
No, I mean after I leave the building and turn the corner, it's like I'm just going as fast as,
So
is
it
reasonable.
certainly seems that as you're walking out of that lobby area, the secretary who's sitting behind the desk, you almost feel as if she's giving you a good long look at your back, sort of scrutinizing you.
Well, they can scrutinize me all they want. I'm going back to Astoria, where I'm going to wallow in the one thing that makes me happy. Getting crunk.
Okay, Joseph. Of course, your prior night, you just had some alone time after you snuck into those various classes, and for the past few hours into this night, it's about 1:30 in the morning right now. You've pretty much been doing the same, dwelling on your own. Haven't been called or contacted by anyone. Hasn't been that exciting or eventful. What are Joseph's plans for the remainder of the morning now?
Let's see. I think this is like the third day that haven't gotten David hasn't gotten David hasn't gotten any more information on the Dragon Metro. I think he's gonna ask tomorrow, make one more call before actually trying to do something on his own. So he's going to just be feeding tonight.
Okay. Doesn't look like it's a problem at all. Byron, what's up with you?
Well, I was going to give a Valentine a call.
That's right, you were. The phone gets the second ring, and then it clicks as it picks up. Hello, Byron. Of course, that
Hey,
son of a
Valentine.
bitch, smug Valentine motherfucker with his affable voice. As if he doesn't take anything seriously.
Yep. So, it's been a while since I've talked to you. At least, a week. Goodness.
Right, the last time we spoke happened to be when you congratulated me for my new vaunted position here.
Exactly. Since then, you've thrown your support behind Carter Vanderweyden, if I'm not mistaken, for the Prince.
I know. He's crazy. Which might make me crazy, along with everyone else who supported him. But, Helen's gone. It's this whole fun thing with Kadir. Now Jeannie's riding an awesome wave of, oh, I'm so awesome, look at me, I'm a warlock, you can totally trust me. Marlena's got all the anarch behind her. I thought it was a good idea.
No, I do too. He is the obvious choice, and I would be right there behind you and Carter, if not for the rest of my coterie giving me pause. It's pretty much all or nothing with them, and some of them are undecided. However, I just wanted to call up and offer my personal assistance if you need anything on that front.
Why would I be the one who needs anything, Byron? You would probably be better off calling the person who's actually running for princedom rather than me.
Oh, fair enough. But I figured that possibly, you would, I don't know. I thought maybe you would know something about it. But that's all right.
I mean, if you can win over the rest of your coterie to Carter Vanderweyden so that he became prince, so that the city was no longer in terror of Archbishop Polonia coming to take it all away, that might be a start. But Byron, you're the oracle among us, so...
No. I think maybe my oracular powers may have been running a little thin recently. I may have used up too much of it.
Oh, you don't have any other revelations? I would definitely be interested.
Yes,
People have been talking about you, Byron. And after everything that's happened, especially of your keen, curious insights, It definitely seems as if all those words you may have spoken in the past have been forgotten.
Yes, I have definitely noticed people scoffing less at me, which has been a very welcome change.
Well, it is good that you have learned of the privileges and merits of, Camarilla Society.
Exactly. Yes. Well, anyhow, just wanted to touch base, since it does not seem as if there's anything that you know of. Just keep me in mind for the future. You know my leanings, and I will attempt to convince the rest of the coterie. But who knows how that will work out.
Well, honestly, of course you know that would be better if one of us blue bloods, as we're called, became Prince himself, but it seems political winds have shifted in that front, and very few are interested in having another Ventru, for the moment.
Seems as if you might just have to settle for Primogen.
He chuckles at that. Yes, with Helen, unfortunately, having met final death, I would appear to... Well, what a coincidence! He chuckles.
Of course. Anyway, nice talking to you. I won't take up any more of your time. And I will take your advice. I will see what Carter Vanderweyden might want.
Probably the same thing as I would suggest in persuading anyone you can that he's the right choice for being prince.
Very
But
well.
you can almost feel him shrug on the other side of the phone. I could not even begin to hazard what Malkavians think.
I've been spending a fair amount of time with one, and I have no idea either.
I think I'm the crazy one for saying that he's the best choice for Prince, Byron.
Well, I had a brief meeting with him a while back, and at least, I mean, who knows what his crazy is, but his sane is pretty likable.
It was fun, Byron. Be seeing you.
Yes, ditto, and click.
You just like Patrick Swayze, Valentine. Ditto.
Apparently.
Whoa. My love.
Well, I mean, since Byron does not have a direct line to Carter Vanderweyden, he probably won't be calling that, and he probably won't be doing that right away. He'll try to think on how he can convince other people, but...
Of course, Byron will recall the first means by which, the coterie got in touch with Carter Vanderweyden. They were all grouped together at the basement of, Astoria Estates. Before it, was bombed. And, David pulled some crazy shenanigans to get his attention by leaving a message.
Right. I mean, Byron feels that he can get in touch with him if he wants to, but he's not on as friendly a basis, shall we say, as David was, so he doesn't feel as comfortable just calling him up to talk about it. But he might get around to it.
Okay. So, what's Byron going to be up to now that his brief interlude with Valentine has ended? What's Byron thinking?
Oh, goodness. What's Byron thinking? He's kind of, I mean, he's at a loss. I mean, he's, in terms of the politics of it, he's not sure what to think. I mean, while he agrees that his efforts might be put towards convincing the coterie or even other kindred, he doesn't know how he would go about that because he's Ventru, and most of the Ventru and most of the Toreador are behind the Malkavian already, and who else is going to be his audience, really? So it's maybe he'll be thinking more on how to make that tunnel into the drainage outlet.
Okay. Jordan, did Marcus have anything he wanted to do, anyone he wanted to call or get in contact with, or was he just going to get crunk for the remainder of the morning?
Just gonna get crunk. He's gonna get so crunk. He thinks he's thinking he did something really stupid, telling the Tremere about this thing.
And he did something so horrendously stupid that he doesn't want to tell anyone else about it.
Yeah, for a moment.
So he might be compounding the stupidity.
Marcus is not a clever man, remember.
He's more clever than Byron is, come on.
Okay, well,
He also remembers the last time he was left alone without telling anyone anything. That ended up with him getting unconscious whenever Frosty the snow fucker broke into his club. Oh wait!
I just don't.
Yeah.
I just don't know who to call about this. That's the thing. I don't know what I would
Everyone.
tell them. Everyone, get in here.
Yep. Everyone. We have a situation.
I told the Tremere that I am having weird dreams. This might be associated with the Black Stone.
I then had to lie to Jeannie whenever...
Oh, well,
I don't know if he believed my lie.
That's right. I mean, it's up to your character, of course, and whatever he wants to do, I'm just suggesting it, that's all.
I mean, it might be, Marcus might think to call someone, but I as a player don't know what to say to them.
Oh.
It's like, Marcus would do it. I don't know how to make Marcus do it in the right words.
Well, you can always do what I do. Make it up.
well,
Okay,
I
well,
will, just to let you know, sooner or later, Byron's probably going to call you and want more training because he doesn't know what else to do tonight.
okay, well, Mark will call Byron first. Well, this is like 2:30 after he's gotten a bit crunk.
Byron's getting his news on.
Yeah,
Byron.
Byron's just sitting there studying the wall, tapping it, trying to figure out where... I mean, he's probably going to collapse the house on his head. Whatever. So, yeah, you up for more training tonight?
Yeah, I just need to tell you something. Remember those nightmares and everything I sort of mentioned when we were doing the thing? You know?
Yeah. I do remember that a little bit. Has it gotten worse?
No, I just sort of went to Eugenio and sort of told him, asked him if he knew anything about it, and then questions about the stone popped up, and he said, well, he wanted to go into my head because he said it's probably psychological about something that happened with the flesh thing, so he's like, he might be able to do it that way, he might be able to fix it. And then sort of questions appeared about the Frosty the Snowfucker, and the Black Stone, and I didn't really want to tell him that we had taken it with Theo Bell, at least not right now. And then I had to lie to him, and I don't think he bought the lie.
Yeah, well, all right. Did he say, I mean, does he know where the Black Stone is now? Does he know that the sheriff absconded with it?
No, he doesn't. All he said is they didn't find it when they assaulted his fortress. And then he asked me if I had any dealings with it, had talked about it or any dealings with it since last time we had. And I don't think he bought my lie about it. And then I truthfully told him later, though, that I didn't know where the stone was at right now, so I don't know what to tell you. He did offer me something in return if I gave him the stone or if I told him about its whereabouts. I don't know what he was offering, but he said he could make it worth our while.
All right. Let's just assume you don't think he bought your lie at all.
I don't think so, but he didn't press me on it.
And he probably wouldn't. Right. Yeah. I'm just looking at it from his perspective, is that they have this raid on Sevlod's lair, and they can't find the Black Stone. Meanwhile, the day afterwards, Archon Theobel says how wonderful the four of us are. He knows the entire story, so why would Archon Theobel say we're all so great since we are semi-responsible for the whole mess to begin with? Do you see where I'm going with this? I think he suspected already.
He could, but there's really nothing. I didn't tell him outright that we had taken it with Theo Bell because that puts Theo in a bad position.
Well, perhaps, except that Theo was under orders as well. And so do you really, do you think that if we told, no, I'm blocking out his name. Oh, Jeannie. Thank you. If we told Jeannie that we were acting on orders from the, what do they call the High Council, the members?
Justica.
Yeah, directly from the Justicar.
See, you have the Archons, and then you have the Justicar, and then you have like the inner circle above all the Justicars that are at the top of everything.
I mean, we have a defense here. I just didn't want to outright say we did it with Theo, and then that brings up questions that I have to answer that I don't have the answers for. It's the thing is like that. I was mostly going there to see if he knew anything about it, and then like.
What I think we should do is we, at some point, you or we, meaning the entire coterie, should probably go to him and tell him the truth. Your story could be that, yes, you lied, and you already know this if what you say is true, but you wanted to check with the rest of us before you gave any information.
It probably will save a bit of face, but right now I think I've lost a lot of respect from Eugenio. We could always go back there. True. So right now I just don't think it'd be a good idea to go back there tonight, because that'd be weird.
Fair enough. I just think that...
yeah, honestly...
Well, I mean, it just depends how much you want to salvage the situation.
If we can, I would try to salvage as much of it as possible, because I don't want to alienate the Tremere at all.
What? Well, okay. Isn't that what the whole problem is to begin with? That's why you called. That was the situation.
I just didn't want to like tell them everything and then realize, oh, you guys didn't want to them to know about it, and be like, a lot of things were going through my mind. Okay, it's kind of not having a good night.
I'll put it this way. I wouldn't worry too much about it because, yeah, you lied to him. However, I don't believe you gave him any new information. You may have confirmed some suspicions he had, but I think he was already thinking along those lines just because of the way the timeline was placed. If that makes, let me put it this way, you haven't screwed us, and you really, other than lying to him, I don't think you screwed yourself over at all either. So I hope that's comforting.
It's something. Let's just get to training. You need to learn all specs.
Good then. I'll meet you wherever you want.
Oh, excuse me. Let's just get the training. You need to learn all specs.
Yeah, you're being talking by the drunken master here.
Yeah, I think that Byron might not learn much tonight, but he wants to be around after what Marcus told him. So Marcus,
you got to look into your mind's fourth eye, third eye.
The fourth eye, fantastic.
And then you just got to open you got to look around your surroundings. Is there a wall over here?
No, that is actually the floor.
I wondered why everything was sideways. But I don't think Marcus is piss drunk tonight right now. He has only spent like an hour getting crunk.
Yeah, he's fine.
He's not as dexterous or as intelligent as he usually is, but He can still teach you aspects. You'll learn. It's
Yeah.
not that hard of it's not that hard of a discipline to learn, honestly. Like what? It's like in clan for 4 or 3 clans.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a common discipline, so it's not that hard to learn. And you're teaching me presence as much as you can teach a half-drunk guy.
And I'm like, yeah, go up there. Okay, first, this is not about subtlety. You, you're trying
I
to
don't
get
think you
all the
understand
pants
here.
off
Everything I do
people.
is subtle. I lie subtly.
Okay,
Actually, I take it
subtly
back.
all of them.
Okay, keep going. So I'm being
Mike Peters is so big right now, you don't even... I said subtly. God damn it, Marcus.
I'm sorry. But yeah, I say that's what Marcus and Byron are doing for the rest of the evening,
Okay.
trying to learn things.
Aaron, I don't suppose you're back from your half hour of dog wrangling, are you?
Now, he
Well,
actually disconnected from the server a while back, too.
I noticed.
He had some other things to do with. I heard a car, so I don't know.
Something about a
I don't think
car,
it took,
yeah.
I don't remember thinking it took him half an hour to wrangle dogs, considering I think the dogs he's trying to wrangle have electric collars. I can't really run away.
Electric collars. It's terrible.
Yeah. Well, so he really can't. Doesn't have to hesitate. It won't take him that long to wrangle him. I don't think.
Yeah, he
I
did
think it's
mention something
mostly
about maybe car wrangling. Maybe that's what he's doing.
he's wrangling a car. Well, I think that would take a big lasso.
Well, it's unfortunate. I will handle his circumstances with the other Nosferatu then, whenever he returns. For now, though, everything is just fine. Byron and Marcus theoretically learn from each other. Joseph does Malkavian shit. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. They don't... No, get out of my head. All the victims come back, the ones whose souls he's eaten. They whisper in his head.
Sad thing is, he genuinely believes he's not crazy.
Yeah. And of course, that's what I end up assuming happens in situations like, like during like the off-camera stuff. Like, say, for example, Marcus doesn't have his durr moments a lot on camera. The same is true for Joseph. But off-camera, I assume that there might end up being a night or even 2 nights during whatever period of downtime where Joseph has consumed someone's soul and the victim gets in his head and Joseph loses fucking mind and has to be put in his crazy room. We just don't talk about it.
Yeah, and during that week, I'm pretty sure Marcus got into a lot of situations where he just ended up being durr for a while.
Dude, this rifleman, you don't even... Dude, I saw the most awesome collection of guns in the Love Machine Deluxe.
Yep.
Alright then. In that case, eventually you all end up falling asleep in your havens on this Thursday morning, April 9th, 1998. And the day passes. Sunrise at 6:27 in the morning, excuse me. Sunset is over 13 hours into the future at 7:29 p.m. You all 4 wake up. Oh, I'll just talk about you 3 right now. Roughly 4 hours in the future about that. So you're looking at about 11:35 p.m., losing a point of vitae in the process. From there, the world is your oyster on what you all would like to do. Your normal routines end up turning out same old usual, uninteresting. Well, of course, Marcus is sleeping in a dilapidated theater.
Still not haunted.
He's still having these weird and curious dreams, though, and now he knows he lied to a Tremere regent who is pursuing the princedom.
Yeah, I kind of want to go tell him the truth, but I need moral support, Byron.
Oh, goodness. All right.
Will you buy moral support? Will you survive moral support by the time I stick my foot in my mouth?
Oh, I've done enough of it. I should be able to see it coming. Let's hope.
But we'll focus on Joseph first. Sean, you said Joseph wanted to do something.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten any further information about the Dragon Metro Cab Company from David, so he's gonna go and poke around himself.
Alright, how's Joseph planning on doing that?
He's gonna drive to Madison Square Garden, spend a little bit, like a half hour there, and just talk to a few people, be seen. And then he's going to walk away, obfuscate, and just walk to their main office.
Okay. That is Joseph's plan, then. Marcus, what's your plan?
Call Byron and ask if he wants to go to Eugenio with him?
Okay. Marcus calls Byron.
Ring, ring, motherfucker.
Hey, that's the early call tonight. What's up?
I was thinking about doing that thing you said we might do. Go back to Eugenio, tell the truth.
Okay.
I mean, unless you think it's a bad idea, we do it tonight. I mean, it just it's weighing on my mind, man.
If it's something you think you need to do, I will go with you. It's not on my top 10 things to do, but I will definitely help you out if you need it.
I mean, would it really hurt us if we told him the truth, though? That's the thing. I want to be clear on this.
I don't, like I said, I'm pretty sure he already suspects, and you probably confirmed it a little bit for him if he did catch on to your lie. I don't know. I mean, I think that maybe you can convince him that the lie was just so you can consult the rest of us. I will back you up on that. But it's up to you. I mean, if you think that, if you're concerned that you want him on your side in the future, then probably you should come out with it. However, keep in mind that if he is not the person that you want to end up as prince,
right now the only people I support for right now, the only two people are in running anyways are Carter and Eugenio. As long as one of them wins, I'm fine with it. I don't know which of them I would prefer.
Right.
I mean, he's helped us out before. I kind of believe us telling him has the part of the reason why Cephalad got taken care of.
Definitely.
And I feel that since he did that, we at least owe him that, at least.
You can, well, no, you can't hear him breathing on this other side of the line, but if you were alive, you would. Like, he's thinking hard. Yeah, I mean, whether it's a good or bad choice, I think it could go either way. I wasn't there for your conversation. I don't know.
Either way, I think it's best we tell him the truth, and then if it's bad, we deal with it.
All right. Well, if that's your decision, I will definitely.
Worst case scenario, we get killed by the Tremere. Worst case scenario.
With the
Although
Tremere, I don't know if that is the worst.
I'm pretty certain that that's not going to happen. We probably will at least survive this.
I would presume so. You know what? Just in case, perhaps we should let the rest of the coterie know where we're going. We don't have to tell them all the backstory, but at least let them know.
Okay, that's legitimate. I would call David, but miraculously David probably won't answer his cell phone.
David will not answer his cell phone.
Okay, so I'll call Joseph first.
Ring, ring, motherfucker!
Oh, hello?
Hey, Joseph, just wanted to give you a heads up. Me and Byron are heading over to the Passant room tonight.
Why?
Gonna have a conversation with Eugenio.
About what?
How things are going. See what has happened since, the assault.
It's a little out of the blue.
True, it's just I had nothing better to do tonight, and
So you're going into the den of the warlocks?
nothing going into the den of the fiends.
Not by much.
Still an improvement. Still an improvement. And I mean, were you there with Eugenio? I mean, he seemed like he seemed like an all right man for a warlock.
Yeah, but a lot of people seem all right, and then they turn out to be warlocks.
I mean,
This seems the thing that concerns me is why? I mean, I we're going to put off any
we're not going there to support him or back him or anything like that. I still haven't decided who I fully support yet, and I don't know about. We know where Byron is, so I doubt the warlocks are going to convince him otherwise. Stubborn man.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So the question remains, why? I mean, I can't. If you were Tremere or something, I'd understand. I see your claim, whatever. But it's such a far cry that it makes me wonder why.
I have my reasons. I have my reasons.
If that was intended to be a reassuring, you have done the exact opposite.
No, I just don't know how to lie to him without going, yeah, you're just being stupid. So I don't know. I think Marcus would try to lie here, and he's going to try to just say I don't know. We're going to ask him about the Dragon Metro Cab Company.
I'm sorry, I did not catch that.
We're going to ask about the Dragon Metro Cab Company and see if he knows anything about it.
In that case, what I'm going to want you to do, Marcus, is now there is a function here that's known as roll/roll GM, where you end up making a roll to me that's secretive. Well, no, I suppose that really won't work. Since you wouldn't be able to individualize each roll. You just have to constantly send me streams of 1d10, 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 1d10. I guess you can do it out in the open.
In the in the macro, if you just put G : and then the die, it'll roll, and it'll just be the same way you do it with the other macros. Like let me see if I can get it to say this.
Because this will definitely end up being a resisted roll with let's see, the manipulation plus subterfuge versus something to detect lies would end up being
Probably perception plus empathy.
I think perception plus empathy is fair on that one, yeah.
I'm willing to roll them out in the open either way, unless you would rather have us send you individual streams of 1d10s.
Nah, you can go ahead and roll them out in the open. I suppose.
Well, that roll looks familiar.
It's resisted on it's a difficulty 6 roll, so it's going to be a resisted one.
So what am I rolling?
You are rolling perception plus empathy at difficulty 6.
And you have to please get a botch. Please get a botch. That's not a
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes. Marcus is 100% bullshitting you. There is no even fucking remote way they're going to ask about the Dragon Metro Cab Company. His tone, his inflection is off. He's stringing you along, Joseph. With 6 successes, you are 100% convinced that Toreador is fucking with you.
Well, that's great. Then that's great. I was going to go ahead and check, but I'll just come with you guys. I'm actually nearby. I'll meet you there. And then Joseph will hang up.
Marcus will call up Aaron.
And Joseph will hurry up. He's probably running to get to his car because to get there before them.
Okay.
So, Joseph thinks I'm lying now and is coming with us to the Maupassant room. I don't think I should lie.
No,
I'm not the lying type. So I think we need to Joseph the truth. I think we need to tell Joseph the truth now before we go in, but he's not going to agree with my idea to go tell Eugenio the truth. Is Joseph going to pick us up, or is he driving there just past us?
I think he's just gonna be waiting for us when we get there. I think that's the intent.
All Joseph said was, "I'll meet you there."
Yeah, he said he'd meet us there, so we need to get there before he does. I mean, on one side where he's in Bushings, on the other side we're in Astoria, so it's going to be a bit easier for us to get there first, but...
All right. Well, in that case...
Marcus, from your side... Scuffling against the floor.
God damn it. There's... Everyone's gonna have to learn Auspex. I keep hearing mice behind me. So, let's stop talking.
All right. Well, let's go separately. Just to get there faster, and I'll meet you there. And immediately after getting off the phone with him, he is going to call up Joseph.
That will have to be delayed. Marcus, being in the ruin of the theater, where it is dimly lit, you have light coming in from the outside. The shuffling of pitter-patter of feet and the squeaking suddenly comes to a halt. Round a corner, the creature skittering into view is a colossal rat, so large that it eclipses the size of a human child. From nose to tail, it's over 4 feet in length, with sharp brown teeth and baleful green eyes. It looks pale and rotted in places, with splotches and lines of tan, as well as bits of fur. It appears uncannily intelligent. The creature clearly recognizes you've seen it, and it sort of tilts its head at you for just a few moments. Then it hisses, and it rushes headlong at you. And I'm going to need you to roll initiative, Marcus.
Dexterity wits plus 1d10, correct?
Yeah, plus any other miscellaneous modifiers you might have.
Grand old 10.
Rat's gonna be going first.
I have a plus 9, my initiative. I rolled a 1. Tonight is a good night. Feeling it.
Alright, the ghoul rat, rushing at you appears to be hostile, surveying the scene. You're, of course, standing in the dilapidated ruins of a theater, so you don't have to worry about any onlookers or bystanders noticing or seeing what's about to happen. The creature, looks quite fast.
I'm about to die to it. That's what's about to happen, because I can't seem to roll above a 6 tonight.
Marcus it's his turn to declare first. What would Marcus like to do in this situation?
Well, Marcus is probably currently not wielding any of his weapons, so he's probably going to attempt to find his favorite axe and pick it up.
Okay, that's certainly reasonable that
Well,
Marcus would be sleeping near his axe. Yeah.
He's also going to spend a point of blood to up his stamina.
Okay.
That's going to happen on his turn, correct?
Yeah. We'll go ahead and say that the ghoul rat was not close enough to run at you and be close enough to do an attack. It just charges very, very quickly, you know, being a quadruped and all. It's a large body, again, the size of a human child in quadruped form, just rapidly bounding over the ruin and the, you know, the debris on the ground, hissing at you. And Marcus does as you've described, with brandishing the fire axe and spending his point of blood.
Okay, for my second turn, I'm going to spend another point of blood to increase my stamina again. And then I'm going to spend, put me down to 4, I'm going to spend 2 points on celerity to get 2 extra actions. And with every single one of those actions, with all 3 of my actions, I'm going to ask the rat a question.
Okay. That's perfectly legitimate. The ghoul rat acts first. It was close enough to close the rest of the distance, and it lunges at you with a ferocious bite. Apparently it doesn't. How about we just... Well, we don't have to worry about that. We can just look at the rolls, and the rolls say that the rat failed to bite you. However, it does get a second attack for it divided its dice pool.
Huh. This is a smart rat.
And it will potentially hit you with that claw.
I suppose I can abort my original axe question to dodge.
You could.
That would be a what, dexterity plus athletics check?
First, you'd have to, I think it's make a willpower roll, difficulty 6, I think, to see whether you can actually abort an action.
And that's...
We'll say it's difficulty 6.
It's current willpower, or is it current willpower, or is it total willpower, like the amount of willpower I can totally have, or is it the willpower I currently have?
I think it's current willpower. I could be wrong on that, but we'll go with current willpower for now.
Well, I'm going to hit by the rat, because I can't roll above a 6.
Okay, let's see what sort of damage its claw does. I won't use my little macros I devised for it, because I apparently did something wrong.
You failed to do bolding correctly. You might have missed a...
The potential damage before you soak it here appears to be 2 points of lethal damage.
Yep. I botched my scroll.
In that case, Marcus takes 2 points of lethal damage.
That's a good roll to bot.
Remember when I said I couldn't roll above a 6?
I do. That puts you on hurt, which gives you a dice pool penalty of -1.
Yes.
However, you now will get your 2 actions, because you wasted 1 trying to abort.
Okay, so I get to ask him a question 3 times.
Yep. Well, 2. The first action goes away.
This will be the first axe strike.
Okay. Is that factoring in your -1 dice pool penalty?
Yes.
Okay, in that case...
I'm only doing celerity twice. I have 3 celerity, so that means I would still get up to 1 to dexterity, but that just goes away from the -1, so it's 4 dexterity plus 2 melee.
That's 3 successes then, which gives you an additional 2d10 on damage.
So it's strength plus, so it's 4, 3,
And the
4
dice
plus
pool
2.
penalty doesn't apply to damage.
I know, but it's still strength plus strength. It's still strength plus 1.
I thought the axe was strength plus 3. We do so little combat that no one knows their weapons.
Yeah, I was thinking strength plus 1 for a knife. I think I'm using the axe, so it's strength plus 3, so it's...
Yeah, strength plus 3 plus an additional 2d10.
Does the minus 1 affect my strength at all, though?
It does not affect the damage roll.
Okay, so it's... I gotta roll 9 dice. I've rolled so many ones this session. I think
Oh my
Aaron needs
god!
to get back.
Are you Aaron?
I think Aaron needs to get because
Oh my god!
I need to go back. I need to go to Eugenio and talk him about a different arrangement. I can't seem to do anything right.
Marcus delivers a wonderful hit, landing square in the rat's head, and it does nothing. The ghoul rat so like hiss laughs at you.
See if it laughs after this one.
Yep, go ahead and make another attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. That's an additional 4d10 on the damage.
Four possible lethal damage that it'll probably soak, knowing my luck.
I really did fuck up the whole bold thing. 1, 2, 3, 4 though. It soaks all of it.
Yeah. I'm not having a good night.
Ah, I used brackets instead of the greater than and less than signs. Silly Grimith. Okay. Go ahead and declare again.
Well then. I think Marks will, at this point, I believe Marcus will probably spend all of his blood trying to just fucking end this thing, because worst case scenario, he can at least go out hunting. If he survives. So I'm going to point the blood to up my stamina again, and then another point of blood to give me another action for celerity. All of them will be used to ask him a question.
Okay. The ghoul rat bites at Marcus with a basic success for assuming Marcus doesn't want to attempt to dodge.
No, I'm no.
Okay. The bite fails to deal any damage. There's then a claw that comes in, which could very well deal some damage itself. Potentially 1, 2, 3 lethal damage.
I soak 2 of it,
Yes, you do.
I think.
You do. You're injured. You're still at a dice pool penalty of -1.
Okay. I can do this.
That's
4 successes?
4 successes, so an additional 3d10 on damage. Looks like 7 potential lethal damage.
7 potential lethal damage to the rat.
It takes 5 levels of lethal damage, but it's still standing.
Does it look worse? Does it look bad?
Oh, it looks bad. You have severely mauled this creature.
Came to the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker.
Go ahead and give it your second attack. That's 2 successes and additional 1d10 on damage. And since dice roll
5.
penalties do not affect his soak, alright, it takes another level. The ghoul rat is perhaps barely standing by the looks of things now. It squeaks in a mixture of fear and anger. Blood from it has spewed all over the theater.
If it has the same health levels as a human, it might be at. It's really. I don't assume it has the health same as a human, but I'm assuming it has somewhere in that same vicinity. So it's if it wants to run away, it's not getting away.
Alright, go ahead and declare, Marcus, with all this blood spattering. As a matter of fact, with all of this blood going everywhere, let's go ahead and make, since you have nothing left in the tank, a self-control roll of difficulty 6 to avoid frenzying.
And the wound penalties do affect this, correct?
I don't think they don't think they affect your self-control rolls. We're gonna go ahead and say they don't.
I got a 9 with the first die either way, so I'm...
Okay. You're still maintaining control then.
Although, it does look full of blood.
Well. Alright,
I think, to bite, I have to enter grapple with it. And then I'm allowed to make an immediate bite attack.
You must perform a successful clinch, hold, or tackle maneuver. On the turn following that, you may declare your bite attempt.
I'm just going to ask him a question. I can...
Okay.
Just going to ask him a question.
That's fine. The ghoul rat attempts to attack you, but it has no dice on its attack. It fails. Sure, like a weak, feeble attempt.
I don't hit.
You do not hit. Marcus, in return. Go ahead and make another self-control roll for me at difficulty 6. That's 2, 3. We're gonna go inside that Marcus just outright avoids the fringing altogether.
But I think I'm going to attempt to clinch on this. I think I'm going to attempt to clinch the rat.
Okay. The rat attempts to bite at you. Squeak! Misses.
Okay, I need to figure out what I have for an attempted clinch.
Clinch is you have to make a successful attack roll with strength plus brawl. That's going to be at a -1 because of your dice pool penalty.
One success!
Well, that's more successes than it can get with its dice due to the penalty. You successfully clinch the creature.
And then the next turn, Marcus will attempt to nom 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 on it.
Okay. Good. Go ahead and say that successful. You successfully bite the creature, and if you so wish, you can drain it dry. A rather curious sensation, though. This Vita, it's almost as if you're having some sort of like deja vu moment, or whether it's just this curious, superstitious aspects thing kicking in. It's blood. I mean, you've definitely tasted your own Vitae before whenever it's come up in your mouth, whenever you've been in combat situations at times. It feels and tastes almost as if it's your own.
I don't like this, but I'm going to dry either way because I'm hungry.
The remaining Vitae in the rat will take you up to 3 points of blood. For it being a rat and being such a huge size, it's not a human, so it's not quite flavorful or tasty or provides much sustenance. And, you know, it doesn't have any alcohol in its system, but it takes you up to 3. The rat is dead.
Yeah. About how much blood is on the concrete now around here?
Well, I mean, we've got some of the blood that was in your system that smattered across, some of the blood in its system smattered across, inside of the dilapidated ruins of the theater. You, of course, got all of its blood along with sweat, patches of fur and flesh covering your front and your face.
I'm gonna need cleanup before I go to the Maupassant room. Yeah. Byron!
Well, how long did that take you? Because I might already be on the phone with Joseph, unless
Yep,
Joseph.
that would have taken like 30, 45 seconds. So Byron's definitely on the phone now and can have his phone conversation with Joseph.
Unless
Well,
we
that's
want to
gonna
just
be
hand wave.
that's gonna be an interesting conversation because all Byron's gonna get is, "Hello, you have reached 555 beep."
Right, exactly. Because you're driving or running or whatever. So yeah, so Byron will say, all right, well, yeah, he will hang up the phone and get going towards it.
He'll say, "All right, well, yeah." Then hang up the phone. I love it.
Well, not after the
You
beep.
have one new message. First message. All right, well, yeah. Click.
Whatever. Let's just make that the message because Byron's like whatever. All right, so Byron gets 2 steps towards the door and gets a call from Marcus.
Yup.
I need to use your shower.
What?
I was just attacked by a ghoul rat.
Where?
The Majestic.
Right.
Oh yeah, there's a big puddle of blood in here now.
Oh, and Byron, you managed to do good enough on your hidden perception plus alertness. You've never heard this before. It sounds like a whole sort of pattering of feet across a wooden floor, and a dimly muted squeak squeak.
Ah, fuck. I think I'm hearing the same thing.
I'll be right
yeah.
over.
You don't know where he lives.
I'm going to be heading off in the direction I think lives.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I don't know if Byron is
Unfortunately,
going
that's
to show you where he lives.
I need to use a shower though.
East River.
That's always an option.
The Astoria Estates, that was an old house. It might have a shower that's usable in it.
Would have
Okay.
been rendered non-functional.
All right. In that case, I will say, all right, I got to take this out. What time is it now? It's hadn't been that long. It's like midnight, maybe before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me a few. If you don't hear back from me in say a half hour, give Evelyn a call. She knows where I am.
Okay. I think Marcus is also a little bit hungry, so the faster he gets cleaned off, the easier it's going to be for him to hunt.
What's your self-control for Marcus?
3, so it's like
7 minus 3 is 4. He is below 4, so he's hungry, yeah.
yeah. So he's he's gonna stay right here in the Majestic for now.
You can always lap at, the blood that might be on the ruinous walls and floor. Mmm.
I mean, I could. I don't know how many blood points I would get by doing so, or how much insanity I theoretically would get, which would be 0. But I don't know if Marcus would do such a thing.
Well then. Okay. Byron.
Well, I am going to attempt to look for the rat. which I assume it's a rat since I've heard that on the phone now.
Okay. You do some investigating around in your townhouse. Doesn't look like there's anything in here. And you no longer hear the pitter-patter of feet and the squeaking.
Huh. Well, Byron will spend about probably 10, 15 minutes looking around, wasting time that way, and then he's going to give Marcus a call and say, are you still at the Majestic?
Yep, haven't left. I don't think I'm quite hungry right now.
Right. Stay put. I'll be right there.
Okay. All the while, Joseph's just driving to the Maupassant.
Yeah, I suppose that would be a good question. Where's Joseph driving, Sean?
Straight to the Maupassant.
Oh yeah, he's definitely cleared it so that he is just about to cross into Manhattan right now.
All right, Byron will try to call Joseph again.
Same exact thing.
All right, this time Byron will leave a message. He'll say, yeah, I guess you just didn't buy a darn word Marcus was saying. He's run into some trouble. You can believe me or not, it doesn't matter. We won't be there to meet you. We will be at the Majestic. Or assuming you don't hear from us again, we will be at the Majestic.
Yeah, Joseph will get those messages when he actually reaches the Maupassant room.
Okay.
Right. What Byron's plan is, just to help Grimith out, so he's planning is he's going to go and, he's going to arrive and talk to Marcus. We'll just do it that way. Guess he'll tell Marcus what his plan is.
Okay, that'll be cool. Byron arrives at the Majestic at the same time. Joseph, your car has reached the Maupassant room, and you found a destination at which to park. Surveying the scenery in front of you, it's about like 12:14 in the morning. Perhaps now it's 12:15. And looking around, seems that you're the first person to arrive at this destination.
Well, he heard those rings, he just didn't pick them up, so while he's watching, he'll pick up the phone and check his messages, see if Byron's trying to weasel Marcus out of it with another lie. He'll get the second one and basically say, fuck. Byron's probably not lying about that. And if they are, then I probably will actually, beat the shit out of them.
With one strength.
No, with a gun.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's the same thing as punching them, right? So, same thing. So then I'll go ahead and just turn around and drive to the where they are.
You don't call them back or anything like that? Well, I guess, it doesn't matter. Okay, what?
No back.
Byron arrives at the Majestic. It looks as wonderfully gorgeous and lovely and beautiful as it ever has on the outside. Should Byron walk into the interior?
He does.
It looks You weren't sure how much worse the Majestic could look on the inside. Then there's this colossal rat the size of a human child, about 4 feet in length, desiccated and shriveled up, heavily cut and lying on the ground dead. Blood on the walls and on the floor, and a little bit of spurt on the ceiling. And Marcus has looked better.
Man,